Now, here's a story coming in from Maharashtra, very close to Mumbai, where it brings back the spotlight once again on netas exploiting privilege, showing their sense of entitlement, using their power to threaten, assault and arm twist citizens. Now, in your video that you see on your screens right now is the corporator belonging to the Shiv Sena. His name is Ramesh Matre, and his associates at the Shastrinagar hospital in Kalyan, which is run by the Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation. It's outside Mumbai limits. Now, let's look at what they actually ended up doing in that area. The Shiv Sena corporator threatens the doctor and the staff verbally. He then lunges towards the doctor's table. After that, he hits her hand with force. The female doctor drops her phone due to the impact of that assault. He's not done there. In the same CCTV footage, he's also seen flinging a book on the table as well, leaving the staff scared and trying to shield themselves from the attack on the part of this corporator. Soon the associates follow their neta. The goons of the Shiv Sena corporator begin slapping and assaulting the hospital staff. Not a single one of them tries to, in fact, speak to them properly or use any civic sense there. They join and follow each other in hitting the healthcare professionals who can, in fact, be seen being assaulted in that video that you see on your screens. And then here's what follows. The ordeal leaves an entire hospital staff traumatized. The Shiv Sena corporator and his goons, he himself is a goon, leave after the assault. They move, they get on with their lives, only leaving the staff members in tears and completely helpless at that juncture. The female doctors are completely shocked, and the nurses also break down, witnessing what happened. Now, we have some breaking news coming in with respect to these developments in Kalyan, on the outskirts of Mumbai, very close to Thane. The breaking news is that the corporator who is seen assaulting the hospital staff, well, 3 people have now been arrested, but not one of them is the main accused, Ramesh Matre. Ramesh Matre is the corporator from the Shiv Sena in this particular matter. He, however, continues to roam scot-free. Now, let me go across to Arunil for more on this. Arunil, not for the first time has something like this happened. Now, this Ramesh Matre is a goon. There's no other way to describe him and his actions. He belongs to the Shiv Sena. He is a corporator. This entire area falls under the jurisdiction of the Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation. Ramesh Matre has not been apprehended despite an assurance coming from the authorities that action will be taken. And his defense was absolutely ridiculous, where he says that I was basically trying to snatch the phone in the doctor's hand. I was not trying to assault this lady.
Well, a very absurd kind of a reason being given by Ramesh Matre, who's the corporator from Shinde Shiv Sena. Because in the video, it can be clearly seen he tried to push and slap the doctor in concern, the medical officer, in fact. And then his accomplices, they swung into action, and the kind of beating that they gave to the medical officer. Now, you rightly pointed out, Siddharth, that he is a goon. And his election affidavit also proves that. He is a 10th pass, 11th fail. Now, why education is also important to mention over here, because we know the kind of struggle it goes behind becoming a doctor, and he and his people who were accomplices, basically goons with him, beat up a treating doctor. They threatened the nurses who were working there. The nurses are crying now. They are emotional. The doctors don't want to work. Who's going to take the responsibility and the accountability? And questions need to be asked to Shinde as well, to Eknath Shinde also, because what kind of operations they are doing in like how their party is operating in Thane, Kalyan and Dombivli. This is considered to be the fortress of the Shinde family. Shinde is the local MP. He is himself a doctor. He said that action will be taken and nobody will be spared. But till now, Ramesh Matre has not been arrested by the police. His accomplices are arrested because Ramesh Matre obviously is one of the close confidants of Shinde. During his election campaigning also, Ramesh Matre obviously will be playing a very crucial role. And because they play these crucial roles, they are local mafias, they are local goons with money power. Basically, his election affidavit affidavit also mentions that he his funds or the money that is there with him, property and all, is more than rupees 12 crore. So because they have muscle power, money power, and they have backing of some senior leaders like Eknath Shinde and Shrikant Shinde, they feel that they can beat up doctors.
Arunil, what you mentioned is very significant. Who is Shrikant Shinde? He's the son of Eknath Shinde. Who is Shrikant Shinde? He's the member of parliament from Kalyan. Where did this incident take place? It took place in Kalyan, within the Kalyan Dombivli municipal corporation limits. This man is a corporator belonging to that municipality. Very important point that you mentioned, Arunil. Now let's look at the absolutely remorseless, ridiculous clarification coming in from this goon called Ramesh Matre. He actually ends up defending what he did, and he says that the lady in question is like my daughter. I did not try to assault her. I actually was trying to snatch her phone from her. Let's listen to what he said.
त्या ठिकाणी जी काही घटना झाली त्याबद्दल मी पहिला दिलगिरी व्यक्त करतो आणि मी ठासून सांगतो या ठिकाणी की मी महिला डॉक्टरवर हात उचललेला नाही. ही जी टीव्ही फुटेज मध्ये सीसी कॅमेरा फुटेज मध्ये जे येते तर कॅमेऱ्याचा अँगल मुळे येत असेल ती महिला डॉक्टर माझ्या मुलीसारखी आहे म्हणून ती म्हणतो सतत कानाला बोलत होती आमची रिक्वेस्ट ऐकत नव्हती आणि त्यामुळे मी तुझा फोन ठेव बाजूला आमची कंप्लेंट आधी घे काय तर आमची तक्रार घे ऐकून घे एवढंच तिला बोललो आणि मी त्या महिलेला मारलेलं नाही. आम्हाला बाळासाहेबांची शिकवण आहे त्यामुळे महिलेंवर आम्ही हात उचलला नाही.
Arunil, you heard that clarification. He's speaking complete and utter nonsense, where he says that the camera angle makes it look as though I may have been trying to assault her, but that was what that's something that I was not doing. I was trying to direct her attention towards me because she was looking at her phone to something to that effect. It's absolute nonsense. Now, this entire incident took place, Arunil, in connection with certain complaints pertaining to the treatment of a pregnant patient. That's the backdrop to all of this. But even if the corporator has certain reservations about how that particular patient is being treated, there are ways to handle these matters in a civil manner. Instead, he chose assault and violence.
Well, what he did is cannot be justified, Siddharth. Obviously, the corporator is speaking now under the pressure from his political bosses who obviously the MP Shrikant Shinde, because Shrikant Shinde felt that pressure, and that is why he has tweeted about it, saying that action will be taken. It is well known that Ramesh Matre is somebody who has been working for the political significance of Shrikant Shinde. And why it is important to mention how the party of Eknath Shinde is functioning, particularly in the Thane, Kalyan, Dombivli belt. It needs to be pointed out because an open gundagardi is taking place in this belt. There are treating doctors. There may be grievances from the patients, but it needs to be addressed in a civilized manner. You cannot hit doctors like that. And if at all it is justifiable to some extent also, why will the nurses, other treating doctors will come out in such kind of an emotional support to their medical officer? What it was done, it is clearly evident in the video also. Those goons who are working with the corporators, they felt that because our corporator is hitting, we have a free hand now and we can completely thrash the medical officer. And this is what has been happening on the roads as well as in different institutions in Thane, Kalyan and Dombivli. This is one CCTV video that proves it. We just hope that Maharashtra CM, who also happens to be the Home Minister of Maharashtra, and we know the kind of a political slugfest that is happening between Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis. At least now an action is taken against this corporator goon and he is arrested.
Well, let's hope that action is taken against him, and hopefully Eknath Shinde, Shrikant Shinde and everybody concerned will wake up to this and take some strong action. Let's hope that actually happens. Him being 11th fail is actually immaterial in all of this. There's absolutely no excuse for anybody to be behaving in the manner that this man did. I don't think education has anything to do with it. It's just a lack of morality on his part. We're going to open this up for calls, and we'd like to hear from our viewers about what they think about these developments happening in Maharashtra. There's outrage that's growing against this particular corporator, Mr. Ramesh Matre. The opposition parties are now demanding action against him. He's yet to be arrested. The opposition is also asking Eknath Shinde to remove the corporator from the party.
You have no shame. If there was a problem, You could have sat with them, found a solution. Just because you are affiliated to a party that is in government and so-called power, you cannot take law in your hands. Mr. Eknath Shinde should immediately remove this man from his party. The police should take suo motu action. Mr. Eknath Shinde and Mr. Devendra Fadnavis need to walk the talk now.
Well, we're joined by Ms. Shaina NC for more on this. Ms. Shaina NC, you belong to the party that this gentleman, or should I be calling him gentleman, also belongs to. You've seen the footage that's also going on air. Will your party be acting against him because this man is roaming free? Some of his accomplices have been arrested, but he's not.
Most certainly. I don't think there's any question at all. Our party is going to work unequivocally as we speak, because our Deputy Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde, has always walked the talk, has always believed that we should have transparency, accountability. And the fact is that Times now has taken on this campaign, but all the citizens of Maharashtra know that there is security which needs to be looked at. There is transparency which needs to be adhered to. And when it comes to anybody who is taking law and order into their hands, they will be dealt with severely.
Ma'am, you're right about all that. Your point is well taken. But unfortunately, no action appears to have been taken against him. From what we hear, he is supposed to be close to Mr. Shrikant Shinde, the son of Mr. Eknath Shinde. Mr. Shrikant Shinde is a member of parliament from Kalyan, which is where this incident has taken place. Could this man be roaming free if he was not given a protective shield by his party bosses? That's the question that everyone's asking. Why hasn't he been apprehended yet?
I think the incident that took place in Dombivli is highly condemnable. Anybody who knows Dr. Shinde knows.
Sorry, ma'am? We appear to be having a network issue with Shaina NC. We'll try to get in touch with her once again. But she's called for accountability in this matter. She's called for action to be taken against Mr. Ramesh Matre, who happens to, of course, be a corporator from her own party. Let's see whether that action is indeed taken. Let's also listen into some reactions coming in from the opposition about what's transpired.
No, this is again when power is being misused, when power can be misused to the extent of even attacking women nurses. This is one example of how, again, where is double engine Sarkar? It is the double engine Sarkar again in Maharashtra. So across wherever we are seeing double engine Sarkar, who always boast about being very safety of women, they only do the talks, but they never walk the talk.
Now we're getting lots of callers as well. Jyoti Swaroop joins us from the capital city of Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. Yes, Jyoti ji, please tell us about what you think about what you saw on air.
I think he should be arrested immediately and law should take its strictest kind of things right now. Why wait for some more time? He should be arrested and the law should take its own course.
Law should take its own course. He should be arrested. Yes, that is something that many people are indeed echoing. Let's hope that action is taken, because while some of his accomplices have been arrested, he hasn't. He still is roaming free. What you're also seeing on your screens right now are slightly mosaicked and blurred visuals of the hospital staff soon after this incident had taken place. They're all nurses, as you can see, and they're all in tears because they're absolutely shocked at what has taken place. So there needs to be some action that's taken on the ground against this particular corporator. They're completely left traumatized as a result of what has happened, and nobody is willing to believe Mr. Ramesh Matre, where he says that the woman that he's accused of trying to beat is like his daughter, that he was in fact just trying to snatch a phone and direct her attention towards him because he was trying to raise some kind of a pressing issue. He blames it on camera angles as projecting that he was trying to assault her. Nobody is willing to buy that narrative that he's trying to propagate. Unfortunately, he still remains free, even though an FIR has been lodged in this particular case and action taken against some of his accomplices who, emboldened by his own actions, decided to also take matters into their own hands and assault the nursing as well as the hospital staff who were present there, as you can see on the screens right now. No action taken against Ramesh Matre. Some people have also alluded to his educational credentials, but that is completely immaterial in this particular case. What matters is the fact that he's taken law into his own hands. He's an elected corporator who's decided to take physical action, beat up people around him, and no action has been taken. Let's once again listen into this absolutely ridiculous justification coming from the Shiv Sena industry. Claims being made by members of the Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena is now responding to this, and they're basically trying to rationalize this particular action on the part of the corporator. A Shiv Sena MLA has now decided to justify these actions by saying that it's negligent doctors that and their actions that led to this anger. They've now decided to blame it on the people who were actually assaulted and rationalize the actions of the corporator in this matter. Let's listen to what the Shiv Sena MLA has to say.
देखो, गुस्सा जब आता है, जब कोई घटना वो अपन देख नहीं पाते हैं, कोई पेशेंट का निश्चित रूप से हाल वहाँ पर खराब होगा, और अपने कोई नज़दीक का इस तरह से तड़प रहा है, मर रहा है और कोई पेशेंट को देख नहीं रहा है, तो स्वाभाविक रूप से किसी को भी गुस्सा आता है। लेकिन गुस्से में कुछ लोग हाथ उठाते, कुछ लोग कंप्लेंट करते। सो मात्रे ने जो हाथ उठाया वो तो गलती है, बट गुस्से में उनसे ये शायद हो गया है। लेकिन आप ये मानते हैं कि महाराष्ट्र के ग्रामीण भागों में या शहरी भागों में 100% सरकारी हॉस्पिटल महाराष्ट्र में बहुत खराब हालत है। कर्मचारी, डॉक्टर का जो है उनका रवैया वो भी पेशेंट के प्रति ठीक नहीं है।
Well, absolutely ridiculous claims being made by the Shiv Sena MLA as well, saying that he responded in anger. He condemns the fact that it happened and that there was matter taken into one's own hands on the part of the corporator. But he's also rationalizing it by saying that if doctors act in a negligent manner, it's only inevitable that somebody gets angry. Let me take this across to Yashwant joining us from Chennai as well. Yashwant, you've seen all this happen on the screens. And the very fact that the man responsible for this hasn't been apprehended so far, what do you have to say about all of this?
Very good afternoon. This seems to be an absolutely deplorable and shameful act, and I don't think this could have come out unless you people had shown it on the screen. Sorry?
Yeah, we're trying to patch that line again with you, Yashwant. There's some audio problem, but we got to hear a little bit of what you said, which is that you're condemning what happened and you're lamenting the fact that no action's been taken. We share that sentiment. Let's wait and see as to whether or not the government in the state of Maharashtra wakes up to this and takes some action in this regard. We'll take a short break. We'll come back with more on the other side.